Your mind is a magnet. If you always think of blessings, you attract more blessings. If you always think of problems, you attract more problems. Good morning to all. Friction. We'll continue with the chapter Friction. So far, we have learned what is friction, causes and factors affecting friction, types of friction, how to increase and decrease friction, and the friction by liquids and gases. Friction is a force which resists the motion of a body while moving on a surface. Friction depends upon the nature of surfaces which are in contact. It also depends on how hard the surfaces press together. There are three types of friction: static friction, sliding friction, and rolling friction. Static friction comes into play when we try to move an object at rest. Sliding friction comes into play when an object is sliding over another. Rolling friction comes into picture when one body rolls over another body. Then you can increase or decrease friction. You can reduce the friction by using lubricants or ball bearings. You can increase the friction by making the surfaces rough. You can minimize the friction of fluids by giving them a suitable shape to move in fluids. I hope you have understood so far. We'll move on to the last part of the chapter. Friction is necessary. Friction is both advantageous as well as disadvantageous. First, let us see how it is advantageous. We are able to walk on the ground because of friction. We push the ground backwards so that we move forward. This forward reaction is given to us by friction. Hence, we are able to walk conveniently on the ground. Suppose you step on an oily floor or a wet floor or a banana peel, you slip and fall down because of absence of friction, or friction is very, very less. Similarly, people often skid on snow. Even the vehicles skid on snow because of less friction. To avoid this, the tire of the cars or the vehicles are covered with iron chains to increase friction and to move on snow. People skating on ice use skis. What are skis? They are the wooden planks which help them to slide on ice. If there was no friction, then the wheels of the car or the vehicles will go spinning at the same place and will not move forward at all. If the road is slippery, the wheels will lose grip and it will skid as well as overturn. So to avoid this, the tiles are corrugated and made it rough so that you can drive your vehicle on the road. When you apply a brake to stop the vehicle, the friction between brake shoe and brake drum slows down the vehicle and it stops. Friction is necessary to write on the paper. If you have observed, you cannot write on an oily paper or butter paper because of less friction. Similarly, you are able to light a matchbox, sew the clothes or tie a knot because of friction. It holds the things together, that is the nails and the screws. It will hold together because of friction. You are able to play on the road or a ground because of friction. Hence, friction is very necessary in our daily life. Then we'll move on to the disadvantages. Friction is evil. It brings out the wear and tear of the tire in moving bodies as well as in shoes. It reduces the speed of the body in motion. To increase the speed, you have to apply force, which uses more of energy or fuel, and this results in wastage of energy. Friction produces heat. If a vehicle is running for a long distance, the radiator gets heated up and sometimes it catches fire also. To overcome this, you should have cooling systems in the vehicles. Similarly, the mixer, grinder or the grinding machines, if it runs for a longer time, it gets heated up. This might damage the motor in the grinder or the mixer. This is due to friction. Friction wears out the rubbing surfaces. The moving parts of old machines will have to be replaced, and hence efficiency of the machines is reduced. Thus, friction is necessary evil. It is both advantageous as well as disadvantageous. Hope you have understood today's class. Go through the lesson. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the Google Classroom. I will wind up the class with the 2 questions to think. Wrestlers generally apply oil to their body while wrestling. Why? Once the spaceship is moving in space, it doesn't need propelling. Why is it so?
Good morning, children. Today we shall learn about pros and cons of frictional forces and how can friction be reduced or increased. We may think friction is bad, but it is necessary too. Can you walk on ice? It is very difficult because there is little friction as the surface of ice is very smooth. Friction is required for us to walk. You must have observed that you cannot write on smooth glass with chalk, but you can write on rough blackboard with it. This is because rough surface of the blackboard rubs off some chalk particles which stick to the board to create lines. Cars can also run on roads because of friction. Tires must get good grip of road surface for the car to move properly. Imagine if there was no friction between the tires of the car and the road, then it could not have started or stopped or turned to change the direction of motion. So, now you know why friction is so important. Snowy road is slippery as friction reduces because of snow particle and water. If anyone tries to do cycling on snowy road, then tires may slip causing accident. If you have a cycle, you must have noticed the brake pad on the wheel. When you apply the brake, these rough pads start pressing against the cycle rim and the wheel comes to stop because of heavy friction. When you rub a matchstick against the matchbox, friction causes the heat which is necessary to light the stick. Friction is often called necessary evil because it is very necessary, though it acts against the force we use. So, in some situations where friction is desirable and we would like to increase it. How to increase friction? If you observe, the sole of your shoes is grooved. It is done to provide the shoes better grip on the floor so that you can move safely. Similarly, the treated tires of cars, trucks, etc. provide better grip with the ground. Gymnasts, kabaddi players rub coarse substance like chalk powder in hands for better grip as it absorbs sweat and increases the friction for better grip. But friction is not good always. Friction is an evil too. It wears out materials, whether they are screws or soles of the shoes or even parts of the machines. In many machines, friction between the parts causes wastage of energy and even wear of the parts. So, in some situations where friction is undesirable, we would like to minimize it. How to decrease friction? People apply oil, grease, etc. between the moving parts of the machine to decrease friction between the parts. These substances form a very thin layer and the moving surfaces don't rub against each other directly. Substances which reduce friction are called lubricants. We often use oil as lubricant in the hinges of door, isn't it? It reduces the friction between the moving parts and the door can swing smoothly without making much noise. Why do you sprinkle fine powder on the carom board? This is because it reduces the friction between the board and the striker and the pieces. So, the striker and the pieces slide easily and smoothly on the board. And how is the fluid friction or the drag reduced? Fluid friction can be minimized by giving suitable shapes to the bodies moving in the fluids. Hence, aeroplanes, jets, etc. have streamlined shape just like the fishes to lower the drag while moving in the air. So to sum up what we learned today, friction is important for many of our activities. Friction can be increased by making the surface rough. The sole of shoes and the tires of vehicles are treated to increase friction. Friction is sometimes undesirable. Friction can be reduced by using lubricants. Fluid friction can be minimized by giving suitable shapes to the bodies moving in fluids. For example, streamlined shape like that of a fish. So that was all about friction. Bye bye children.